Remember back in the day when Warframe cared enough that everything new that was being done with the game they created a forum post about, and you could find them by literally going to the forum, search through the latest staff replies, and anything would pop up here that they had problems with, or they wanted to announce news of. Be really nice if they went back to doing that rather than throwing it on social media. Because even if you click on news from there and takes you back to the website, you've still got to click on view more news to find pretty much everything. But yes, I got wrong for not doing this last time, so we will do it this time. The Prime Resurgence has changed to Volt Prime and 18-month late Prime, and for that I am referring to his statue. We will not mention that again. But Loki Prime and Volt Prime are now available. If you want to buy them using real money, you can pick up the Regal IR and go and pick them up at pretty much any time you want. But you don't have to, because the relics for these drop. More importantly, you can get the Prime Noggles if you want them. You can buy them. You do have to use real money here, but these are things that are from the Prime Access, or Prime Accessories, or the Prime Unvaulting. Hence the reason cosmetic items are here, pretty much the bottom four. But this means that for the first time in quite a while, there is actually a Prime Sentinel available in Warframe. Yes, before anybody mentions it, I do know that it's been here. It has been flashing for a day, and I'm really tempted on leaving it flashing for a day, but that does get really annoying. Why am I saying there is finally a Prime Sentinel available? Well, if we head over to Mars and actually go to Maru's Bazaar, which is a bizarre place to go, but where you have to go to get a hold of what is replaced the Prime Vault, head over past Maru to where everybody is over here and come and see Varzia, I do believe she is actually called. Yes, because Varzia is obviously the one who sells all of these things and how you actually pick them up in-game. There is the Bow Prime. It's okay. I would say there's a lot better melees. The Odinata Prime, the Volt Prime parts, or Loki Prime parts. That's it. Oh, weapon wise. There is, and these are here every time, hence I'm saying that the other stuff is the only new stuff, because the Lex Prime, the Fang Prime, the Bratton Prime, the Burston Prime, fixed items will always be sold here. What has changed is these at the top. Why does that say I've got 2 Volt Prime Noggles? That is a physical impossibility. You can only get one of those.
Don't sweat the Dax thing.
And I don't think I bought any. Anyway, the reason I'm saying we finally have a Prime Sentinel in the game that we can actually pick up and get a hold of is because at the moment there is no active relics dropping anywhere for Worm Prime or Death Cube Prime or any Prime Sentinel. To be fair, Carrier Prime is the third one. We only have 3 and they are all vaulted primes. So unless Varzia here, why does that, oh wow, that does not need to be there. That is a huge obstruction. That could have been a tiny little thing in the bottom right hand corner underneath that. Or just move that over and have it the same size. That is fugly. Very fugly. Anyway, to get a hold of the relics for Worm Prime, you just have to come and see her, because she is selling them. Right there.
We need to be ready for
Worm Prime,
Resurgence this time.
Worm Prime, Worm Prime, Worm Prime. He's on all 4 of them and they cost 1 Aya each. You can get Aya from Void missions. You can get Aya from bounties in Deimos was one of the best places to actually get them. Opening relic packs from the Syndicate, so it doesn't cost you platinum, just costs you standing. You can get that stuff everywhere. And instead of having to go and farm for one particular relic, say you need, I was hoping Worm would have 1 rare part, but no. Uncommon, well, sorry. Common, Technically uncommon. Common. So let's say you want the systems for worm on the uncommon Meso 03. And you have to farm that relic on multiple different nodes, and you have multiple chances of getting one. You could end up with tons of relics before you finally get that one. Then you have to crack it open and hope you get the one part you are looking for. Whereas with Prime Resurgence, you can come here and go, right, I need this one relic. 1 hour later, you have the relic. You don't have to farm for the relic, it's just sitting there. An Aya, pretty easy to get a hold of doing bounties and demos. Like, ridiculously easy to get a hold of.
Weird.
So, even if you are just doing void missions, you can get that as a reward randomly.
Black sash, yes, could
Not
I
the
use
best
for
of rewards for
pharmacy?
if you are looking for something else, yes, I will admit this, but you will end up with it accidentally and, well, yeah.
Stands out like a
And there's Worm Prime,
diamond
you
in
just
the
get the
night.
one relic, and you can open it and have a higher chance of it actually dropping because you can just concentrate on picking up another relic instead of farming for the one relic over and over and over again. Which is why I like the Prime Resurgence over the Prime Vault, because the Prime Vault just throws the relics back out into the star system. This way it's less depleted relics everywhere else as well. Oh, I love that. Loki Prime, of course, being the best stealth frame there is, depending on how you build him, and depends on how you play. Varuna, she's a good stealth frame for her first ability, but he's just better. Slightly, and he's been around longer, so more people use him for that. And Volt, as much as I joke about it, I do use him for electrical damage pretty much constantly, and his shield isn't that big. You saw it just block a complete corridor.
You could live
Watch.
1,000
Oh,
years
play the
and
video.
never wake to a face
Boom, and then they
like
go to
this.
the other side and it's blocked the entire corridor.
Slept 1,000. And
It's
look what I got.
never really that big.
What do you think?
I prefer Frost.
Career
That's
gone
all
like
it comes
her
down to, but
old
Volt
bats like me.
is a decent frame. It's just a shame what happened with that thing I mentioned at the beginning of the video that we're not going to talk about ever again, because it's probably going to be 2024 before we even see that. So her Prime Resurgence has changed. Yes, I know it was technically 2 days ago, but I promised myself I wasn't going to cover these, but people have been asking why didn't I mention it when it changed in December. Because this is a fixed thing and it will change at the beginning of the month. The reason it didn't change at the beginning of the month in January comes down to the fact that the office was basically closed for the winter holidays. They were all on Christmas break. So it didn't turn over, and it did 2 days later than it probably should have, if we're being 100% honest about this. Whether we do these in the future or not, unsure. But with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.